Well, here we are at Grimes Point archaeological area. We're on the trail leading up to Hidden Cave. You can see way down below where the trailhead starts, where the rover and the outbuilding is. And this is our view out in the distance, looking out towards Fallon, which would be back over this way. In the Hidden Cave, I believe that's a structure that locks it up, prevents access. But we'll go check it out right up there behind that point. Okay, we're taking the trail down to Hidden Cave here at the Grimes Point area. There's the cars down there in the distance. Had to hump it up this hill, about a quarter of a mile uphill to get up here. Pretty good little elevation change in a short distance, but not a bad hike. The cave is up this way. I think it's got a man-made protective building built around it to prevent unauthorized access, but we'll see that very shortly as we come around this point here. This would have been pretty much lakeside a millennia ago. This whole area covered with water. Massive prehistoric lake. Yeah, here it is. Too bad we can't. Oh, maybe we can get inside. Here it is. And we might be stuck. Let's see what it says. We got to come back by special appointment. Well, that's all right. We'll know next time. But here's the entrance to the cave. It's all sealed off to preserve the history there. No critters, but it's neat that we would be able to see it. Yeah, they backfilled and covered it up. All right, well, we got a good hike out of it. There's several other caves all on that trail system to the southwest of us, and then also this way out to this point. If it were earlier, we'd make a day of it, but have to come back. All right, now to get back down to the Land Rover and start heading back towards Fallon. Well, we continued walking past Hidden Cave before heading to the car. I think this is an example of, not of Hidden Cave, but of some of the smaller ones that are around here. Picnic Cave was another name that I saw, where you can go up and check it out. I think there's, I don't know, 10 or 15 of these, whatever it said down there. The little areas you could explore. And then Picnic Cave is over on the other side. And then you can see one up in that little draw up that way. But we'll keep cruising around. We'll pick up this trail down below us and see if we can find anything else this way. Okay, stay tuned. From this perspective, you can see how many of these little cave-like structures are back in here. Just kind of dotting the hill now that I get down in this area. Looking back up, that's where I was just a minute ago, but even these little tiny ones, little shelters carved out of this rock. And then Hidden Cave is back around that corner there. There's just littered with these. I think just over that ridge there is another one. We'll check when we get further down. Well, now I know what the large mass of reddish gravel is. Shoreline cemented together with tufa, like out at Mono Lake. That's what I just came down. Better look at that cave over in the corner Wish I had more time and go explore that one. This is worth of coming out for the day, but get an early start. It's warm and dry. Well, back at the truck, ready to call it a day. That's all the area where Hidden Cave is. You can see all the different structures, cave structures up there. And way back here is where a hidden cave is. You can't access it except by that limited schedule. More info here. All right, and if Mike Green were here, he'd say, like, subscribe, come on out and go on an adventure with Off-Road Experience through West Coast British. Take care. Well, we continued walking past Hidden Cave before heading to the car. I think this is an example of, not of Hidden Cave, but of some of the smaller ones that are around here. Picnic Cave was another name that I saw, where you can go up and check it out. I think there's, I don't know, 10 or 15 of these, whatever it said down there. The little areas you could explore. And then Picnic Cave is over on the other side. And then you can see one up in that updraw up that way. But we'll keep cruising around. We'll pick up this trail down below us and see if we can find anything else this way. Okay, stay tuned.